We often talk about what women notice in men. We hear conversations about confidence, success, humor, and charm. But have you ever stopped to ask, what do men truly notice about women? And I'm not just talking about the obvious things, I'm talking about the subtle, powerful, and deeply human things that make a woman unforgettable. You see, we live in a world where we assume attraction is surface level. But in reality, the things that leave a lasting impression, the things that make men truly respect, admire, and remember a woman, go far beyond what meets the eye. Today I want to take you on a journey to understand what men really notice, even when they don't say it out loud, and more importantly, why it matters. Because when you understand your impact, you'll stop seeking validation and start embracing your power. Confidence is one of the most powerful things a woman can embody, and men notice it immediately. It's not about arrogance or trying to prove something. It's about a deep, quiet assurance in who you are. The way you walk into a room, the way you hold your posture, the way you make eye contact. These small, seemingly insignificant things speak volumes before you even say a word. A woman who is comfortable in her own skin doesn't seek validation from others. She doesn't adjust her personality to fit in or dim her light to make others comfortable. She knows her worth, and that radiates in everything she does. Men are drawn to this energy because it signals strength, self-respect, and a sense of purpose. It's the way she speaks her mind with certainty, not to impress, but because she believes in what she's saying. It's the way she stands tall, even in uncomfortable situations, without fidgeting or shrinking herself. Confidence isn't just about appearance or the way someone carries themselves. It's about decision-making, boundaries, and self-trust. A confident woman knows what she wants and doesn't hesitate to go after it. She isn't afraid to say no when something doesn't align with her values. She doesn't apologize for taking up space, having an opinion, or pursuing her goals. When she speaks, her voice carries weight, not because she's the loudest in the room, but because she speaks with conviction. Men notice when a woman isn't looking for approval in their eyes. They notice when she is comfortable in silence, when she isn't afraid to be alone, and when she isn't trying to impress anyone but herself. There's something magnetic about a woman who walks into a space and owns it, not because she demands attention, but because she exudes self-assurance. That kind of confidence is rare, and it's unforgettable. Energy is one of the most underrated yet powerful things a woman carries with her, and men notice it instantly. It's not just about how she looks or what she says. It's about how she makes people feel when she walks into a room. Some women have a presence that lights up a space without even trying. It's in the way they smile, the way they engage, and the way they carry themselves with an effortless ease that makes others feel drawn to them. A woman's energy tells a story long before words do. Is she warm and inviting? Does she have a spark of excitement in her eyes when she talks about something she loves? Is there a quiet, unshakable peace about her that makes others feel safe? These are the things men notice, sometimes even without realizing it. They notice the way she listens, whether she's genuinely present or just waiting for her turn to speak. They notice if she carries herself with grace, enthusiasm, or a kind of inner peace that isn't easily shaken by external chaos. It's not about being overly cheerful or pretending to be something she's not. True energy comes from within. It's the reflection of her mindset, her self-awareness, and her ability to be fully engaged in the moment. A woman who is weighed down by negativity, insecurity, or stress radiates that energy just as much as someone who is full of life and purpose. People may not always be able to explain it, but they can feel it. Men are especially tuned into this because energy is contagious. A woman with a positive, uplifting energy naturally draws people toward her. She doesn't have to try too hard or demand attention. She simply is. And that presence, that ability to make others feel good just by being herself, is something that lingers in a man's mind long after she's left the room. Passion is one of the most captivating qualities a woman can have, and men take notice when she talks about something that truly excites her. It's not about what she's passionate about, it's about the way her eyes light up, the way her voice gains energy, and the way she loses herself in the moment when discussing something she deeply cares about. Passion reveals authenticity. It shows that she has depth, purpose, and a connection to something greater than herself. A woman who is passionate about her interests, career, hobbies, or personal growth carries a unique energy. There is something magnetic about the way she immerses herself in what she loves. Whether she's an artist, an entrepreneur, a teacher, or a traveler, the fire within her is what stands out. It's not about impressing anyone. It's about being so engaged in something meaningful that it becomes a natural extension of who she is. Men notice when a woman speaks with enthusiasm rather than indifference. They notice when she lights up about a project she's working on, a book she's reading, or a cause she deeply believes in. That kind of passion is contagious. It's inspiring. It tells a man that she has direction, that she isn't waiting for someone else to bring excitement to her life. She creates it herself. Passion is also a reflection of how a woman approaches life as a whole. A woman who is passionate doesn't settle for mediocrity. She doesn't just go through the motions. She embraces experiences, seeks growth, and finds joy in the things that matter to her. This kind of energy is unforgettable. It creates an impression that goes beyond looks, beyond words, and straight into something deeper. When a man sees a woman who is fully engaged in life, he sees someone who is truly alive. And that is something that stays with him. Kindness is one of the most quietly powerful traits a woman can possess. And men notice it in ways that go beyond simple gestures. It's not just about being polite or friendly. It's about the way she treats people when no one is watching, the way she speaks to a waiter, how she reacts when someone needs help, or the way she listens when someone is sharing a story. All reveal the depth of her character. A woman's kindness isn't measured by grand public gestures, but by the consistency of her warmth and empathy. Men pay attention to how she makes others feel. Does she uplift those around her? Does she offer encouragement? Does she create a space where people feel valued? These things don't go unnoticed. A woman who is genuinely kind has a quiet strength about her. She doesn't need to announce it. It's felt in the way she moves through the world. Kindness also shows in patience and understanding. When she listens without judgment, when she offers a comforting word instead of criticism, when she chooses to be compassionate even when it's inconvenient, these moments leave a lasting impression. Men notice when a woman can be both strong and gentle, when she holds her own yet still chooses to be considerate and thoughtful. It's also in the way she treats herself. A woman who is kind to others, but harsh toward herself, carries a contradiction that men can sense. True kindness starts from within, when she respects herself, sets healthy boundaries, and extends the same compassion to herself that she gives to others. This balance is what makes kindness truly powerful. It's not about being agreeable all the time. It's about choosing to lead with grace, even in difficult moments. Kindness is magnetic. It creates a sense of warmth and security that people gravitate toward. A man may not always articulate it, but he remembers how a woman made him feel. And if she made him feel seen, valued, and at ease, that feeling lingers long after the conversation ends. Boundaries are one of the clearest indicators of self-respect, and men notice when a woman knows how to set them. It's not about being difficult or unapproachable. It's about understanding her worth and refusing to accept anything less than what aligns with her values. A woman with strong boundaries isn't afraid to say no, and she doesn't feel the need to explain or justify her decisions. She knows what she stands for, and that confidence in herself is something men can't help but respect. Boundaries show up in many ways. It's in how she handles her time, energy, and emotional well-being. A woman with strong boundaries doesn't overextend herself to please others. She doesn't allow people to take advantage of her kindness, and she doesn't tolerate disrespect. If someone crosses a line, she addresses it directly rather than making excuses or letting it slide. This ability to protect her peace sends a strong message. She values herself, and she expects others to do the same. Men notice when a woman sets standards for how she wants to be treated. They see when she holds firm on what she believes is right for her life. They recognize when she chooses quality over convenience, when she walks away from situations that don't serve her, and when she refuses to compromise her self-worth for the sake of approval. A woman who has boundaries doesn't play games or seek validation. She knows that the right people will respect her for standing her ground. This isn't about being cold or unapproachable. In fact, it's the opposite. A woman with clear boundaries is often more at peace, more secure, and more confident in her relationships. She doesn't operate from fear or insecurity, but from a place of strength and clarity. That sense of self-awareness is something men deeply admire, even if they don't always express it outright. They may not always be able to put it into words, but they feel it, the quiet confidence of a woman who knows exactly who she is and what she will and won't accept. Resilience is one of the most powerful qualities a woman can have, and men notice it in ways that go beyond words. It's not about never facing hardship. It's about how she handles challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. Life throws obstacles at everyone, but the way a woman responds to them reveals her true strength. Does she crumble under pressure, or does she rise with grace and determination? If she lives in fear, rot under a bridge. She rose above resistance testing. Does she crumble under pressure, or does she rise with grace and determination? Does she let failure define her, or does she use it as fuel to grow? A resilient woman doesn't dwell in self-pity or let adversity break her spirit. She acknowledges pain, processes it, and then moves forward with purpose. She doesn't wait for someone else to save her. She takes control of her own healing and progress. Whether it's bouncing back from a career setback, handling personal loss, or overcoming self-doubt, her ability to keep pushing forward is something men notice on a deep level. It's not just about being tough. It's about having an inner strength that refuses to let circumstances dictate her worth. Resilience also shows in how a woman approaches relationships and interactions. She doesn't let negativity consume her. She doesn't hold grudges or allow past hurts to define how she sees herself or others. Instead, she learns, grows, and adapts. She remains hopeful but wise, open but discerning. When faced with criticism or rejection, she doesn't let it shake her self-worth, because she understands that her value isn't dependent on external validation. Men notice when a woman carries herself with quiet strength, when she faces life's challenges with courage rather than fear. It's in the way she stays grounded during tough times, the way she refuses to let circumstances control her emotions, and the way she finds solutions instead of excuses. Resilience isn't loud or flashy. It's steady, unwavering, and deeply inspiring. It creates a presence that commands respect, not because she demands it, but because she embodies it. Authenticity is one of the most captivating qualities a woman can possess, and men notice it immediately. It's not about perfection or conforming to expectations. It's about being unapologetically yourself. A woman who embraces her true self, flaws and all, carries a magnetic energy that others are drawn to. She doesn't try to fit into someone else's mold or change who she is to please others. Instead, she owns her uniqueness and expresses it freely, without fear of judgment or rejection. Men notice when a woman is genuine, not pretending to be something she's not. They see when she speaks her mind, not to seek approval, but because she believes in what she's saying. They notice when her actions match her words, when her values align with her behavior, and when she isn't afraid to stand firm in her beliefs. Authenticity creates trust because it's real, it's something you can rely on, something that doesn't change depending on the situation. The three bears, one of his 7 kingdoms, are basically respected. It's a woman who is authentic is also more at peace with herself. She doesn't waste time pretending or trying to be someone she's not. She embraces her quirks, her strengths, and even her imperfections. Men respect this kind of self-assuredness because it's rare. It's not about being flawless. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, knowing that your worth is not defined by others' opinions. This kind of authenticity is contagious. It invites others to be their true selves as well. Men are drawn to a woman who isn't afraid to show vulnerability, who isn't afraid to laugh loudly, cry openly, or stand confidently. A woman who is comfortable with herself creates an environment where others feel comfortable too. This openness fosters genuine connection, and that's what makes authenticity so powerful. It's the foundation of lasting relationships, whether personal or professional. In conclusion, the things that truly capture a man's attention and admiration go far beyond the superficial. It's not about how you look or what you wear. It's about the energy you bring into the room, the passion that drives you, the kindness you show, the boundaries you set, the resilience you embody, and the authenticity you express. These are the qualities that leave a lasting impression. When you embrace your confidence, your unique energy, your passions, and your true self, you become a woman who cannot be ignored. Not because you demand attention, but because your presence is undeniable. You radiate strength, warmth, and depth. And that is what truly attracts respect and admiration. So women, never underestimate the power you hold. You are more than enough, just as you are. You have within you the ability to captivate, inspire, and leave an unforgettable mark on the world. The right people will notice you for exactly who you are. And that is where your true strength lies. Keep showing up as your authentic self, and the world will take notice in ways you may never have imagined.